Are you looking to move to Portland, Oregon? You've come to the right channel. Hi, my name is Tasha Kane, and this is Living in Portland. I have lived in Portland for over 20 years, and I've raised my family here and lived in almost every section. I know the ins and outs of this city and what it has to offer, and I'm excited to share them with you. Today, we're going to be focusing on Beaverton. Beaverton is on the west side of Portland, just adjacent to downtown Portland. So the accessibility and the community and the livability are super desirable. It has one of the largest employers in the state and nation, and that is Nike is based here, as well as a great restaurant scene, great retail, great shopping. And of course, there's great housing options. I cannot wait to share it with you, so let's do a deep dive. All right, let's talk about Nike, the largest employer in Beaverton and probably in also Oregon. It is massive. As you can see here, it takes up blocks. This is all of Nike. It was built in the 70s and has been expanding ever since. It has multiple buildings, 2 large gym facilities. As you can see, it also has a pond in the center of the campus. It's got football fields and soccer fields, parking structures, and they've even expanded beyond this site. They have actually a lot of other satellite locations within the Beaverton metro area for other divisions, but it is the home to 15,000 employees. So it is a massive feeder in terms of people who are living in Beaverton, and that is what really drives this community. The Nike gives back to the community extensively, and obviously you can imagine the heavy taxes that they pay really contribute to the level of amenities that we have in Beaverton. So we're really lucky to have such a beautiful world headquarters located right in Beaverton. All right, if we were to go directly, I would say all the way to the west, northwest from Nike. So Nike is located about here, and we go all the way up to the northwest corner on the map. Not too far, but maybe it's a 10-minute drive. You can see that Intel has quite a bit of locations, and it is a massive employer in Oregon as well. While it's not in Beaverton, a lot of the employees do choose to live in the communities in Beaverton, whether it's Oak Hills, Cedar Mill, Bethany's really popular, Cedar Hills, but these neighborhoods have such great freeway access to Intel. So just jump on the Sunset Highway and you can get into Intel within minutes. It definitely also a big employer that supports the Beaverton community. So with these 2 big employers, there's definitely a lot of diversity of housing that's needed to accommodate the different employees. So we have a lot of single family residents. We have a lot of new development with townhouses, condominiums. And as you get further southwest, you will definitely find some of the bigger homes that were built later in the 80s and 90s. And we're talking more in the Sexton Mountain, which we'll get there in a second. But the number of housing options is pretty remarkable with this size of jurisdiction. I would say the prices are hovering around like $575,000 to $600,000 for average price point. And right now, this market has completely really leveled off. It was definitely a hot market in just on the back end of COVID because a lot of people were moving out of Multnomah. Because Beaverton is in Washington County, it's super attractive because of its taxes. The tax just are not as high as if you were to buy a property in Multnomah. So we saw this migration coming out west. And as you saw, we are pretty close to downtown Portland. You can be within Portland in 10 minutes. So the adjacency to the city, what just made this area so attractive. So housing prices have stabilized, and we're just seeing more of a balanced market now. All right, let's talk about some of the specific neighborhoods in Beaverton. Definitely one of the most prominent and well-known is Cedar Hills. This is where you find really those large expansive lots, homes that were built between the 1940s to 1970s. It's very, very family friendly, very wide open streets with lots of tree lined aesthetic. It just has just a comfortable suburban vibe. But the proximity like to 26 and 217, definitely makes it attractive. And of course, it's really close to Nike, which is located right here. As you can see, it's located right here. So we're talking here is Cedar Hills. And what I really enjoy about Cedar Hills is they have this really beautiful pond called Commonwealth Lake Park. It's just filled with some fish and has geese and ducks that populated. It's tree lined and has a really beautiful little trail that you can walk around it. It's about 0.8 miles. And then there's also the Foothills Park, which is more of a little canal that also extends from it. There's the Cedar Hills Rec Center, which has some nice outdoor tennis courts and big fields. And then the West Hills Fitness Club here has been around forever, so it's really well known and has a pretty big tennis program, and as well as an outdoor pool. So a lot of families love going there. And there's also some pickleball courts and tennis courts adjacent to it as well. But yeah, Cedar Hills is really great for either first-time home buyers or families. And a lot of it's one-level homes, but you can find some two-level as well. And they run between $600 and upwards of $600 to, depends on the remodel, but it's a pretty accessible price point. But the convenience of it and just the feel of it is really a nice suburban community. And if we were to go down Cedar Hills Boulevard, this is a very up and coming development area called Cedar Hills Crossing, which has a lot of up and coming restaurants as well as some retail. So this commercial zone has really transformed since it was the Beaverton Mall, which was originally built in 1969. But since the early 2000s, they've invested a lot in a lot of new restaurants and retail space. So the convenience to Cedar Hills is pretty remarkable. Also close to Cedar Hills, and again, here's Nike, you have Villa Athletic Club. And this is a really maximum sport facility. It has indoor basketball courts, indoor pool, a kids club, every class you can imagine, multi-level sports facility. So families really enjoy it. It also has an outdoor pool, which that isn't very common in Portland metro areas. Again, Cedar Hills and its access point to the freeways, to Cedar Hills Crossing, Villa Athletic Club, and of course to Nike, make it a really desirable location to live in. All right, let's go from Cedar Hills now up to our next neighborhood, which is just a couple miles away, if that, and that's Five Oaks. Now, Five Oaks is, I would say, a little bit more of an urban, suburban neighborhood. It has homes that are more spaced out, more greenery. It is located also next to a power line, which it sounds like maybe suspect, but it actually is not. It actually creates a really nice green space in the community, and this is great for running and biking, but there's really some nice trails that you can walk your dogs around and enjoy an afternoon hike. Also, because this was built on, I would say, a marshland from many moons ago, the community has a lot of pockets of greenland where you can take an offshoot of a trail and walk along the creek. So it has this atmosphere, is a little bit more of a, I would say, a nature vibe than maybe Cedar Hills. But yet it's super close to a lot that this area has to offer. Five Oaks is super close to Fred Meyer's, which makes it really convenient. You can literally walk there. You want to go further down from Fred Meyer's, you literally are just seconds away from Costco. Super, super convenient. Also, too, what I love about just on the other side of Costco here, there's just also a nice, really green park where I know a lot of the Nike employees like to go and run. So just within minutes from one another, Five Oaks is 2 miles from Nike and 5 miles from Intel. You have so much available to you, but yet you're in a really nice just protected community that feels just a little bit more isolated, even though it truly isn't. All right, coming now down from Five Oaks, we're going to head over to Sexton Mountain, then the Cooper Mountain area. This is definitely a newer community built in the 1980s and 1990s. These are bigger footprint homes, usually 2-level, 2-car garage, big lots, and they're on a hillside. So you're going to have, some of the homes will have panoramic views, and just to the southwest, you have the Tualatin Valley Hills. So the views over to the hills are pretty remarkable, and you can enjoy some beautiful sunsets. So these homes are going to be definitely a bit higher, but the convenience factor, again, to Nike, to Intel, what makes this area super attractive. And it's a nice, private, established residential community that a lot of people enjoy living in. All right, so we just hit on just 3 of the many communities and neighborhoods in Beaverton, from Cedar Hills being a little bit older, family friendly, really coveted because, again, it has that mid-century vibe, which a lot of people are after these days, to Five Oaks that has definitely a suburban feel, but the convenience of really all this urban opportunity, whether it's shopping or employers. And then Sexton Mountain, where it's close to Cooper Mountain Nature Park and has more of a, I would say, a higher price point home than you see in the other 2 communities. You have, again, just shows you the diversity of housing that's available within Beaverton. So lots of options here, and each has a very different personality. You'd have to come check it out to get the feel. All right, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, the restaurant scene in Beaverton. Now, before, let's say 5 years ago or even 10 years ago, if you wanted a nice meal out, you'd have to go all the way into Portland or even the East Side. The East Side has always been known for its restaurant scene. The West Side had a lot of catching up to do. And over the last few years, we're seeing a lot of great restaurants come over to the West Side, specifically Beaverton and downtown Beaverton. So this emergence of new restaurants is really changing the vibe and really having this like elevation to our food scene on the West Side. All right, so let's take a look at some of these restaurants. So if we go back to Cedar Hills Crossing, which is this section right here, which has been completely developed in the last 5 years to 10 years. We've gotten a lot of the popular restaurants migrating over to this side of town, and this place is completely transformed. When I was a kid, this was just really just outdated franchise options and became really not very interesting. But in the last few years, we have Bamboo Sushi here, we have La Provence, which is not on the map, but it's on the corner of Jenkins and Cedar Hills Boulevard. We have also Wildfin, which is located right here. One of my favorite restaurants to come go out with the family because you have a little bit of option for everybody, and it has great happy hour, great fish, and really this farm to table concept. Oswego Grill also has moved over to Cedar Hills Crossing. Great lunch spot and dinner spot. Great. We love meeting people there. And then also in Cedar Hills Crossing, though it's not restaurants, we have Powell's Bookstore. The second location, the biggest location, is down in the Pearl, but they've also come over to the West Side. And then we also have a New Seasons, which is located right here. All right, let's then head down Hall, and you have a couple really popular restaurants, really a little bit more high-end Italian eatery, DeCarli, which is in the last, I would say 3-4 years, they opened into this location. It's a lot bigger. And Mingo, also really popular restaurant off of Hall, another Italian option. Again, these are more like dinner destinations, so think about a night out. All right, downtown Beaverton, this is like the old town, has exploded in the last few years. We're getting a lot of high-end restaurants like Canard come over on the west side. Canard's original location is off of Burnside on the east side. Top Burmese, Bistro Royal. Also, we have a Breakside Brewery. We also have Local Legions, another brewery, some really nice coffee shops, but it's a really cute downtown area that has a nod to its origins, its history, but it's really trending up with restaurants. And also, there's a ton of new development going up around here as well. So you have a lot of apartment buildings and condo options that are surrounding the downtown area. As you can see here too, like we just have so many great shopping options. You have Trader Joe's within throwing distance, and also Fred Meyer's. This is a pretty large Fred Meyer's. As you saw, we had one up by Nike, and then there's another one down here. So your choices of shopping are great. But yeah, that is the restaurant scene. And I'd say this part did not really exist a few years ago, and it's giving people on the west side so many great options we didn't have before. To sum it up, Beaverton is a fantastic neighborhood to live in. It has so many options. Though it might not have a nightlife, that might not be your cup of tea. You can definitely go to the east side of Portland for more of a nightlife. But if you're looking for a very family-friendly, great community, great suburb with great shopping, restaurants, great schools, this is such a great suburb. I would highly encourage you to take a look at it. I've lived in Beaverton, actually in Cedar Hills before, and have completely enjoyed it. If you want to learn more, please reach out. I'm happy to help. I've lived here over 20 years. I'm a realtor here and can help you find the perfect location. Or just subscribe below to get more tips about our community and about the great attributes of living in Portland.